What up, assassins? This is one of your lovable big guy assassins, Jake, and that other motherfucker, that's Jason. Say hi, Jason.
Hello.
Welcome back. If you haven't checked us out in a while, welcome back. If you're checking us out for the first time, welcome aboard. And if you're not watching, then go fuck yourself. I think that's pretty fair, right?
Indubitably. Indubitably. Indubitably.
So what do we do here? Well, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of cool stuff in the last week that's worth discussing, for sure. So we'll talk through that. And
show.
And we both have seen the Justice League movie.
You like this league? Yeah.
Justice League Assemble. Wait, that's the wrong movie.
I guess they ran out of a budget to get.
Oh, we'll talk. We'll talk about some of the funny stuff like Cavill's mustache, or
and the horrible CGI that they had for almost every single reshoot that they did. It's like they spent all the money on the original movie, and then Joss Whedon came in and is like, "No, I want to make this." I really would like to see the Zack Snyder version.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was not the Zack Snyder version.
We'll get to that in a bit, but we've got some things to talk about here before we finish up with the Justice League reviews and spoilers and all of the stuff that's fit to talk about. Probably one of the biggest pieces of news for me was the Deadpool 2 teaser. You saw it, I assume?
That, but okay, yeah. I hate how in the theater that it was edited, because on YouTube's, he's like, God, I love cocaine.
Oh yeah.
In the theaters, it was not that one.
So they showed the teaser. They showed the teaser on the front of Justice League.
Yeah, they showed.
Oh, cool.
And
for me, I had the same. So, for whatever reason, it's sort of different how the trailer system works in Europe.
Because there's not kids that go watch the movies. You can't offend the kiddies.
They don't really care. Well, that's true. It is a PG-13 flick, isn't it? So.
Yep.
Oh shit. So they don't show I was going to ask you what trailers they showed on the front of your movie, because the trailers they showed on the front of my movie were the same trailers that they showed on the front of Thor when I saw that last week. So for me, I mean, I was late to the beginning, so I missed all the advertisements and some of the trailers. But there was no Deadpool teaser.
The only one I really remember is Deadpool. I guess the other ones were just really insignificant.
Well, once you've seen, I would assume that there's also, was it Last Jedi trailer?
No, there wasn't one.
There wasn't one? Okay.
No.
I don't know. So, I've seen the trailer now a couple times. And I have to admit,
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I have to admit, even though I'm not a big Star Wars fan, I'm curious about these ones. I was never a Star Trek fan either, so I wasn't a Star neither.
Star Trek movies are good. Star Trek movies are good. You didn't even have to see the originals to see the new Star Trek ones.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I jumped into Star Trek with the Abrams flicks, with the reboots, and I enjoyed them. So if I sort of put aside the past of the Star Wars franchise and just take them fresh, maybe I'll enjoy them.
You need to know about the original and the prequels, because they're a big part of the last three movies.
Okay.
Honestly, you wouldn't have any of that if it wasn't for the originals.
Well, I've seen the originals once. I believe I've seen all of the originals once, but it's been forever and a day, and I really don't want to go back and watch them again.
No, we'll just watch them while we're on a road trip. I took a I took a, I guess you could call it a bad habit from one of my buddies, DJ. You know, just watch movies while you drive. I mean, obviously you're paying attention to the road.
Well, I expect that we'll be listening to a few podcasts and a lot of music, and maybe even casting from the road ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
I'm down. Facebook Live. We'll have all of one viewer. Hi, Katie.
Yes, hi, Katie. Nobody's watching it now, but Katie, you're the most likely to watch this one. But so I watched one of like the breakdowns of the Deadpool footage. I'm sure you probably did as well.
Yeah, kind of, not really, because I don't know. I want to try and start doing that on my own.
Okay.
But I don't have good enough technology-friendly devices to where I could just pause the trailer when I wanted and get it where I want it to actually be. You know, I mean, get me on a VHR or VHS, VCR, and I'll fucking nail it. Boom.
For those
many practice.
For those
many
of you
practice as a child.
For those of you born after the 90s, VHS is an old video player. They use a big rectangular tape. And I'm not even going to try to explain what a tape is. But you had to have real skills to pause movies then. You couldn't just go frame by frame.
You could say I was an expert.
You know, teenage boys, they tend to gain some pretty useless habits.
Yeah.
For the greater good.
All I'm saying is I watched The Gift on VHS.
Katie Holmes.
Yep, Jake doesn't. Yep, I was gonna say Jake, taking it for a second for Jake to get that one.
No, it didn't take me a second at all. You're like The Gift. I'm like Katie Holmes. Because that was a high point in my video viewing career. Katie Holmes finally got naked.
Naked.
And it was glorious.
Bees before Tom Cruise got a hold of her.
No, missed it. But I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything like really shocking, surprising from the Deadpool trailer that I wasn't expecting. Love to see. I love that Blind Al is back because Blind Al is my favorite. One of my favorite Deadpool characters
and
of all time.
Teenage Warhead has hair.
Yes, she does.
I still think I should have been cast as Cable.
When I think about writing to Kevin Smith for the show they're going to, I thought about writing in that her birthday, Marine brethren, thinks he should be cast as Cable. Oh yeah.
I'll also take Batman as consolation prize.
They will be needing a new Batman, and that's something we can talk about in a bit too.
I'll take over for Batfleck.
Yeah, so that was a funny as fuck trailer. Another piece of news, or I guess it's more of a video announcement, but I don't know if you've seen this, because I'm not sure if you're aware that this exists, but you might be. The Dragon Ball Z, what is it? Light of Hope?
Dragon Ball Super?
No, Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. It's a fan film adaptation.
Oh, I've seen that. Which one is it?
The new one just came out.
Is it the one where they're telling the Trunks story?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Did you see that? Because they literally
they came
just
with a new one. No, not yet.
Yeah, they came out with a new one. So the new one came out. It's 35 minutes long, and it is glorious.
They did better than Evolution ever could. So.
Well, I mean, I could take a shit in a toilet and do a better DBZ movie than Evolution. That thing was just a pile of dookie.
Yeah.
Or
what you get for Hollywood trying to mess with shit.
Or it's a pile of Packers offense last night.
Oh.
But Evolution is still worse. So, and then there's another quarterback who put up 5 interceptions and 15 passes. So, you know,
yeah, I don't even want to get into that because of the whole reason why he started. So
okay, we'll skip that then. But anyway, you gotta watch this. The Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. It's like I said, it's like 35 minutes long, and it's quite good. Definitely quite good. I think it's Robot Underdog or something like that. I gotta check it out so I give you the right channel name. But really good movie. They do other films. Yeah, Robot Underdog. All one word. Search Robot Underdog on YouTube and you'll find them. They've been putting years into making this because they do it in their...
the same ones that did the origin, or did the Vegeta Nappa Coming to Earth. Shit.
I don't know if they did that one. I don't recall seeing that one, but they did this Light of Hope episode 1 a couple of years ago, and it was like a 10-minute, 11-minute thing that showed some of the androids arriving, I think. Now this one takes on after that. It picks up basically with is it 17 and 18, or is it 18? Yeah, 17, 18. And they're like going on a rampage, and Bulma is working on a time machine, and Gohan is training Trunks, and all that fun shit. So
they pretty much just did the actual series episodes at live action.
Yeah, basically, like more or less they did that. But it's just, I mean, the actors aren't professional actors, and you can tell, but it doesn't really matter. They do a really good job of it.
They probably did that for free, so...
Yeah, they probably did
it for maybe like $100.
Yeah, they probably did it for cheap, because these guys, Robot Underdog, put this whole thing together like in their spare time. They work full-time jobs, and then they do this short film on their own. So it was really, really, really good. So I definitely recommend that to you to watch, and to all of our assassins that are eventually watching from the future. When you hear this, check that shit out. Not really entertainment related, not movies, music, or anything, but it is tech related, and that's one of my strong suits. Did you see the video? This Boston Robotics does like the walking. They do like the dog robot that's meant to be like carrying equipment and stuff for the military, and I think it's Boston Dynamics. Sorry, Boston Dynamics.
Sounds familiar.
Anyway, they released a video the other day of a wireless biped robot, so like walking on 2 legs, and he's jumping. He's walking forward, he's jumping on boxes and landing, and then jumping down and landing, and then, at the end of the video, the robot, get this, does a fucking backflip and lands it. The androids are coming for us, they're coming to get us.
Yeah. I remember Elon Musk saying, like, they built some fucking AI or whatever, and they started creating their own language. He's like, we need to destroy this shit.
Google did that. They had 2 AIs. They had AI create a language that the other AI couldn't break. Basically, it was like an AI-based encryption, and then they just went back and forth, and yeah.
No, I heard the AI created the language on their own.
Yeah, it is, because basically Google said that you had to. They told both AIs to create uncrackable languages, basically.
Why would you do that? What are you doing, Google? Google is trying to start Skynet.
Maybe. They did claim to not be evil. Or at least that was a directive tenet that they had when they came out.
So did Skynet. Skynet said they weren't evil either. God damn it. Get there. Get there. Get there. Booyakasha!
Right. But yeah, Robot walking on 2 legs with a battery pack, no wires, no human, does a backflip and lands it better than any human. It's fucking impressive. You should be afraid.
God damn it.
Now, I was lazy and I didn't watch this, but did you see the Rampage trailer?
Yes. Yeah, that was another one. That was the beginning of the... Or that was the previews. I actually want to see it. It seems like it would be entertaining.
Alright, so tell me about it, because I saved it, but I never watched it.
Pretty much, like in... What is it? Best way to describe it. Planet of the Apes, or like beginning of the Planet of the Apes or whatever. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, you know how you had James Franco,
yep,
his friends with Caesar or whatever. So take that, and then take what was the movie? The one where they found like a meteorite or asteroid or whatever and got superpowers. No.
Yeah, Chronicle. Yeah, Chronicle.
Yeah, take Dawn of the Planet of the Apes meets Chronicle meets San Andreas.
Ooh. Like San Andreas the movie? Like. Or San Andreas... Yes. Okay.
The movie. That's what it looks like. The Rock is friends with a pretty much an albino gorilla.
Okay.
If a fucking meteorite lands or something lands, like in 3 different spots on Earth, and sprays animals with whatever this gas, and it causes them to start rapidly growing. And the gorilla's name is Georgie. Okay. Something like that. And pretty much The Rock can like communicate with them, like knows knows sign language and everything. And you're just like, "What's up, my friend?" And then there's going to be a giant ape, a giant wolf, and a giant alligator.
Okay, so they're going to climb the side of buildings and break windows and then grab people out of windows and eat them?
I didn't see any of that. Just show a lot of destroying buildings and Negan's being like an asshole, like not listening to The Rock. And I say Negan because he's straight up fucking Negan in this movie.
He plays Negan again? More Negan?
He's not Negan, but he is literally the same character. Like,
does he talk?
For those that don't know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is, I think, Irish, Scottish. He's not American, and the voice that he uses for Negan is the same one he uses in this movie, and he's got the same attitude, same.
Oh, now I'm totally seeing it. You just sold the ticket. Like, I don't care that The Rock isn't into big monsters or in it. That's a big part of it. But holy shit, I didn't know that he was in this, and he's basically Negan. Because it's not a secret. Negan is one of my favorite things about The Walking Dead in the last season or 2. And I think we lost audio on Jason. Oh, he's getting that back. I'll expand a bit. Ah, there you go.
My bad. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is American, but...
Oh, is he American?
Yeah, I was told wrong. I could have swore he was Irish, but... Yeah.
Is it the Peanut Gallery correcting you?
Yes.
Hi, Peanut Gallery.
He's busy on his own video games. He's not going to hear you.
I don't care. I said hi anyway. But yeah, he's one of my favorite things about The Walking Dead. So if he's basically that, if he's Negan in this movie, I'm seeing it.
He probably won't be swearing as much as Negan, or with all the bad puns, but, same. Oh, damn, I'm glitching hard.
I don't know, Kevin Smith added a Negan impression to his repertoire on Hollywood Babylon. He's like, yeah, the best part about it, he's like, holy shit, he just fucking chews the scenery. And so he does like a Negan impression. He's like, well, Rick, happy birthday. It's really good. We just sort of chews it up. But oh man, one of my favorite actors on screen at this point in time. I miss
Yeah,
him. He hasn't shown up in the last like 4 weeks since the premiere. He's hanging out with the preacher. I didn't see last night, so don't. So if you watched
I
it,
haven't watched in like 3 or 4 weeks. So
okay.
I watched like the season premiere, and I keep forgetting about it. There's another shit on that I want to watch.
So he hasn't shown up in since the premiere. Basically, he and the preacher are hanging out. Apparently, so.
Well, yeah, they're kind of surrounded by a horde of zombies. So.
Yeah, just a little bit. I hope you brought your shitting pants. Oh!
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, damn it. Yay! Nice follow-up.
Yeah, that was another one that was, and then I don't remember the other one. Must not have been that important. But yeah, I want to see Rampage. I think it'll be a nice, entertaining action movie. No, I don't care if the plot is horrible. I just want a nice, entertaining action movie.
That's right.
For some reason, general populace these days, they want a movie with substance and stuff.
Oh, go fuck yourself, general populace.
It's like, no, I just want a nice, entertaining action movie.
Yeah. I want to turn my brain off for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
And go boom.
And watch shit just fucking get destroyed. And The Rock's in it. So how can you not like that?
It's The Rock. So, I mean, hell, The Rock made the Scorpion King look good. Come on.
And the graphics didn't do him justice.
No. And this is that was like The Rock's first fucking movie too. God.
Was that?
So, yeah, Scorpion King was Rock's first movie.
Son of a bitch. Thought he had done. I could have swore he had done something before that, but yeah, you're probably right. Oh, we've got a listener. Welcome aboard, listener. Thanks for joining us.
Nah, they probably already left.
Viewer, watcher, I don't know. It's probably Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Oh, yeah. Let's leave us some love in the Oh, no, it's not Katie.
You do that.
No, it's not Katie. It's some loser who wants to play with us. No, you're not going to play with us.
No.
You can listen, but you're not going to play with us. Sorry.
No, we had bad experience with that one time. Sorry. Not happening.
Nope. Go away. Or stay and listen, and then tell your friends that we're very nice people and you want to have them watch our show. But don't play with us.
Actually, no. If you're like 12, please go away because we swear a lot.
That's alright. That's not my problem. Got parents for a reason. I'm not your parents. You can stay or go the fuck away. You can stay or go the fuck away. I don't care. Damn it. Whew. Nice save. Alright, so
get it.
Next chunk of news. It's been announced that it's funny because the comments come over in the headset. So he said, "Why you're so mean? Why do I have to be a loser?" I don't know. Maybe you're not a loser, but you're not gonna play with us because we tried doing that once before and we got some 12-year-old kid that's just terrible. But you can stay and listen in if you want. That's enough time spending to talk to the audience. All right, cool.
Shit. There's only 10 seconds left. We gotta go.
Oh shit, that's right. All right, so the next piece of story news that I found really interesting, they announced a Hitman TV series that's coming, and it's going to be brought to you by the creator of John Wick.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
It should just be John Wick, without talking. And no hair.
Right.
And
so
no dog.
The upside, the Hitman movie by the creators of John Wick. The downside, it's going to be on Hulu.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe Hulu's trying to branch out. I don't know. I mean, Hulu does have Shameless.
I'm not saying that they brought
shows.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, Shameless is on Showtime, but that's like the big show that Hulu pushes, and that is definitely not kid-friendly show.
Ah! God damn it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is for me, it's like the stuff that's on Hulu, I don't know that I get get access to any of that stuff here. That's one of the things that's sort of annoying.
Now PSN is your way of revenge.
Probably not.
God damn it. So that's one of the things that sucks. Like, I would
Dude,
totally watch.
motherfucker.
I would totally watch this Hitman movie or Hitman TV series because I've seen the movies too.
The one with Timothy Olyphant.
Yes.
And then the other one with the guy I don't know.
I don't know his name either. Not even sure what that guy's name was. So yeah, I would totally watch it. If it's available here, I'll check it out for sure. I've been keeping up with the other shows and stuff that I like to watch, so those are all good too. I don't know if you've got a chance to catch up or anything on the CW shows or check out Gifted
Nope.
yet, but
Nope.
What are you doing with your life?
What are you doing? Fucker! I was expecting you to follow and then you didn't. Ooh, get that.
Got it.
But I don't know if you heard, Amazon Prime or Amazon got the rights to make a Lord of the Rings series that's going to have a bigger budget than Game of Thrones did.
I heard that they paid $250 million for the
That they
rights.
did. Just for the rights. That's
For the
not
rights.
Even,
Nice!
That's not even. That's past.
Way to
That's not
save that
even-
shit.
That's not even for. That's what I usually want you to do, but you know. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna have a budget for the episodes yet, but it's going to be huge, and it's supposed to take place between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So potential for Sauron maybe coming back.
Ooh. Is it
maybe.
like? Does it?
I wonder if it's going to be anything like tell like a story of like Shadows of War, Shadows of Mordor, because that's a pretty fucking awesome story.
Yeah. Does it take place in that time frame? Because that's all
I don't
before.
know. They didn't say anything. Damn it.
That's
That
all
was really
before.
weird on my
That's
Yeah,
all
that-
before the
that
Lord of the
also-
Rings movies, right? Yeah, must be.
Yeah, it's pretty much the origin
Somehow.
story of Sauron.
Okay.
Well, not really
But
the origin
no.
story, but it tells a story.
Yeah.
But what they're gonna have?
Because Schmiegel's in it.
Yeah, but they still have flashbacks of before.
Right. They still do the flashbacks of the origin.
So it's still technically a origin.
Nice. We got another viewer. Thanks for joining us, other viewer. That first viewer
Hello.
is still stuck around for whatever reason, but good for you.
Probably just watching them make fun of us when we suck. It's okay.
That's all right.
Make fun of ourselves.
Yep. We don't do this to be good. We do this to talk about shit that we love.
But,
Obviously, we don't do this to be good because we're not that good.
Well, we are when we're not broadcasting.
That's true. We're better when we're not broadcasting, but this is the best game that we found to broadcast with, so that's what we're sticking to.
For some reason, you don't like Gauntlet.
We could go back to Gauntlet, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we could still have fun destroying shit and broadcast.
Gauntlet's for me, Gauntlet's gotten a bit repetitive. That's why I was,
And this isn't?
well,
It's a bit repetitive. We're playing game
touche.
of car soccer.
touche. Repetitive in a different way.
I mean, we could go back to playing Dying Light.
If I beat the story, I think that's the trick. Like, because I think what sucked about Dying Light is We had fun, but when we were doing the story, I was like, oh, shut up so you can listen to what's going on. So I think that makes a lot of sense, so I'll have to...
Well, I already did the ending, so you can
I know
go.
you did. I haven't finished it up. I gotten farther, but I haven't finished up. My bad.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get on the topic here, eh?
Yeah, let's do a segue from the news into Batman. So the pre-Batman or the pre-Justice League news is talking about Batman. Rumor has it. They're on the market for a new Batman, and that new Batman could very well be Jake John Jacob Jingleheimer Gyllenhaal Schmidt.
You ever heard the real pronunciation of his name? It's fucking weird.
Is he Swedish?
I don't know, but it's like Gyllenhaal or something. But you don't pronounce the G's.
Then he's probably Swedish. Because I was in Gothenburg in September, and they don't say Gothenburg. They're like Göteborg. So
yeah. He must be Swedish.
So he must be Swedish.
Yeah.
That's more German than Swedish.
We're German, not these. Sorry. Copyright infringement.
Yeah, not so much. Ooh, why am I on the roof?
Shit.
So yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal for Bruce Wayne. So one of the thoughts I had while watching Justice League is there's a part in it where he says, "I've been at this for 20 years." So I'm like, well, that means there's room for a younger Batman. And
the thing is, like, I heard that they were gonna do like a trilogy of Batman movies, and they were going to lead up to Batman v Superman. So that still might be the case.
That could be. Well, I could see. I could see Jake Gyllenhaal doing that. Like that would be. I think he would fit that, and I think they could do that in a good way.
No.
Why no?
No, sorry. Like, I'm all for, like, when they cast somebody, I learned my lesson with Heath Ledger, and, like, I actually liked that they cast Ben Affleck. I don't know why he doesn't want to do it anymore. Maybe he's not given enough creative control over it.
Yeah, that must be what it is. That must be what it is, and...
But, I just don't... No.
So why not Jake Gyllenhaal? Like, what do you get?
When it comes to Batman, he just doesn't have it.
All right.
He's a little dude. Like.
But he can
get ripped, but he's not a big rip like Batman should be. Like Ben Affleck does an awesome job of being, like.
How big did he get for? Was it Fighter or?
But in Fighter or Southpaw, he was a boxer.
Southpaw.
Boxers aren't big. Like, they are lean and cut, and they're not. Unless you're a heavyweight, and usually heavyweights are just, if they're not cut, they're kind of big. Kind of on the bigger side. They're like my size.
Was he?
Like me.
Did he get pretty big in the movie where he's a cop?
Prince of Persia?
No. God, no.
Watching.
What's the fucking name of that movie? Why can't I think of the movie?
End of Watch.
End of Watch, thank you. I thought he was relatively big in that. I mean, it's been a while.
Wow.
I missed,
and
your ass touched it, and watch you just zip past this. Watch this shit. Like, oh fuck.
No, I didn't even touch it that second time. It was still from my first hit.
Oh yeah.
But
I think you could pull it off. But who would you think would be better? Like,
who would be better? Me. I nominate myself.
As
just like I did for Cable, I will nominate myself for the role of Batman Bruce Wayne. I don't have to dye my hair because I'm already a Silver Fox, so I can already look like the 40-year-old Batman.
So that would I actually could see you being Batman more than I could see you being Cable.
I mean, I can't play the rich playboy philanthropist, but I could definitely play the angry, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, Batman.
Yeah, well,
I've got the frame for it, you know.
And the bad knees, bad bone joints.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. It's movies, you know. I can do my own stunts.
Who could be a good new Batman? I don't know.
I'm still hoping for the Flash movie. I'm hoping they do Flashpoint, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays Thomas Wayne Batman.
Ooh,
that would be fucking sweet tits.
That would be pretty cool. I forgot that he was his dad.
Yeah. So here's the hoping that happens. Looking at you, Warner Brothers.
Your move, WB. No!
How about Armie Hammer? Yeah, Armie Hammer, because he originally was in contention to play Batman when they went to Ben Affleck.
That's true. They did rumor.
And spoilers, seeing how they don't want to bring in fucking...
You never go backwards! That's on you. That's totally on you. Cocksucker.
And see how, you know, spoilers, they don't want to ever bring in Green Lanterns for some reason.
Well, they will. I mean, they have a great Green Lantern core movie.
Armie Hammer would make an awesome Green Lantern, because he is definitely a big dude. Shit. If you haven't seen Men of U.N.C.L.E. or whatever...
Yeah.
Armie Hammer is the Russian.
Yeah, I know.
And he
Man
makes
from
Henry
U.N.C.L.E.
Cavill look... Yeah, that's it. He makes Henry Cavill look teeny, tiny.
He does.
Henry Cavill's Superman, people. He's Superman.
Yeah, I would like to see that. That would be a good choice for Batman. I would go for that. Which brings us to the Justice League movie, which I saw a couple hours ago, and you saw a couple days ago. Yes, sir.
On Saturday in these states. But I'm just gonna get this out there. It was a good movie. I really want to see what the Zack Snyder version would look like.
There are petitions for it.
That was definitely not the Zack Snyder version. And I know we've talked about it before, but seeing how probably nobody listened to that, go ahead and say it again. I found out from Kevin Smith, in order for a director to come in halfway through, or come in and be a second director and get directing credit for it, he has to film at least 51% of the movie. So, when Zack Snyder left, he literally, from what I heard, he had 97% of the movie filmed, done. Like, they probably could have just shot a few more scenes and they would have been done. But shit happened, and
fuck.
And Joss Whedon came in and fucking just looks like he just redid it. He's like, nope, fuck you, clip. Oh, we don't have a budget? Give me some of that shit back. So, yeah, the CG that they used to get rid of Henry Cavill's mustache, fucking horrible. Like,
yeah, it was terrible. So the movie opens with this like cell phone footage shot, which, first off, vertical fucking video syndrome. Google that. If you haven't watched that fucking video, do not take vertical videos on your stupid goddamn phone. Turn it fucking sideways.
I'm just gonna do that just to piss you off now.
Yeah, I know you will. I know you will. But yeah. It was wholly, like, I think somebody dubbed it Uncanny Lip or something like that. For the Uncanny Valley, where it gets so close to realistic that it doesn't look realistic anymore. type of thing. So yeah, they open with this fucking cell phone footage of a fucking Superman, and there's something obviously fucking wrong with his upper lip. Like, holy shit, what is going on? Did they just like terribly try to Photoshop over a porn stash? Because it looks like he's got some kind of cowboy porn stash thing going on.
It is definitely like a porn stash.
So, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Like, I mean, come on. Just fucking paint it green.
If they were going to do reshoots, they should have just done fucking bearded mullet Superman. But no. We didn't get any of that.
Nope, no black suit Superman, no mullet Superman. Although, I do like how they sort of brought him back.
Yeah, I like how they brought him back, but I'm willing to bet Zack Snyder's version he was already, like, recovering when, like, they decide they need him and shit. Like, I have a feeling that Zack Snyder's version, because at the end of Batman vs Superman, you see the dirt rise off the thing. What's the point of that if he was still dead?
Yeah, that was sort of odd, wasn't it?
Like, your continuity messed up, and I blame Joss Whedon for that. So,
yeah, I mean, overall, I thought the movie was fine.
Good, not great.
Yeah, I wrote down that exactly. I said it's good. It's not great, but good. You know, fine. It's passable. It's heads and tails above the BVS. So let's put it that way.
Did you see the director's cut of Batman vs Superman?
I did not.
Actually, good and makes sense.
I did not. So
I'll put Justice League on par with the director's cut of Batman vs Superman.
Okay, then I'll have to go watch the director's cut of the fucking 3-hour cut of BVS.
Worth it because it makes sense.
Yeah, I know they
did. Actually, makes fucking sense.
Clear some things up for sure. Let's get the good stuff out of the way for sure. I mean, Wonder Woman. She's not the first hero we see in action. We see Batman in action first. And he's like trailing a parademon, but you don't know that.
Yeah,
he's like trailing this fucking criminal, and he attacks the criminal and like holds the criminal over the edge of the building. He's like, "What are you doing that for?" He's like, "Fear," but not Chris, not. Yeah. And then the parademon comes up and like attacks him, and then Batman goes for a ride. On the parademon, and then the parademon explodes for some reason.
Because I wonder if they're one of those things where it's like they don't keep moving, they just produce too much heat and explode, or they straight up fucking just predator that shit and he's like, oh, I'm caught. Nope, gonna self-destruct and laugh. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we get a
we can tell her. No, we must take a stand.
We get a bank robbery scene with Wonder Woman introduced, and I mean, Gal Gadot is fucking awesome as Wonder Woman.
I get that, the general public wasn't too bright, like 70, 80 years ago. But who the fuck can't tell that Wonder Woman is Diana Prince? Like, seriously.
Well, I mean, this is DC, so superheroes wear masks. Their costumes are often glasses.
And Jerry curls.
A little eye-covering face mask. I let my hair down, and all of a sudden, you don't know who I am anymore, because that's how you totally see people. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. It's true, but
that's the thing. Like, She doesn't even wear glasses
No.
unless she's like working. Unless she's working on like a fucking sculpture or something. It's like, WTF, mate? Like seriously, you can't.
Yeah, it's a little fucked. It's certainly fucked up. But anyway, Wonder Woman's still dynamite. Still dynamite characterization.
She's still the go-to character for DC right now.
Well, you could. I mean, they basically state it clearly in the fucking movie, straight out. Like she's the leader of the Justice League. Like she's gonna head this whole thing up because Batman's falling apart.
That was before they kind of brought Superman back. So
yeah, but Superman's not a leader. He's inspirational, but he's not a leader. Diana's got the leadership angle to it. She inspires and makes and can lead. Oh, that's in. Woohoo! So she's better suited to be a leader.
I guess they did make Superman kind of tactically dumb.
But Superman was never tactically smart, I don't believe, anyway. But Superman's not a smart character.
But he was still the quote-unquote leader of the Justice League.
That's true.
At least
No, I'm not gonna make it.
At least in the cartoon, like.
I mean, when you're practically indestructible, you're not going to really put a whole lot of thought into strategy.
True.
Batman has always been the strategist.
Well, yeah, it kind of has to be.
I mean, I don't recall like too much strategery in this movie. But he clearly could. He clearly saw the need for getting the other heroes together. Well, yeah, but as far as like the teamwork, like he wasn't like
going up against fucking parademons and shit.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like, Barry, go be fast, and like keep him occupied while we do this, or it was just sort of, hey, we need you because we're not going to be enough, and blah blah blah. Chip shot.
Hey, barrel.
But I mean, I thought that I don't know. To me, the movie felt like not a lot happens. Did you get that feeling? Happen. Like, I know a lot happens, but it doesn't feel like a lot happens.
I think they took so much shit for the length of Batman vs Superman that they made this movie shorter on purpose. When really this should have been like a 3-hour movie.
I would, yeah. I mean, what I would have loved to see more of. The thing that I was missing is like, here's Steppenwolf. He's a bad guy because we say so.
Well, they kind of showed the Amazons knew who he was. So
right.
They didn't really have to introduce with that. But then they told the story, or Diana told the story.
I didn't feel like Steppenwolf was really ever that dangerous. At least that was sort of the thing for me that caught me towards the end. Like, there were points where I chuckled, and there were points I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, and the fight scenes were good, but, like, Steppenwolf was just sort of... You could have replaced him with almost anybody else, basically.
Yeah. If this would have been a video game, he would have been the introductory boss, the one that's like, hey, you could do this, and this is how you do that, this is how you do that, this is how you do that.
Yeah, he was
like,
very...
Not a difficult...
Very cookie cutter.
Boss, but
yeah.
But at the same time, it's all a setup for Darkseid, so.
Sure, and I get that. I get that they're going to a place, but that's the thing that gets me from. I hate to do this, but in the Marvel movies, you have villains.
It's like an actual comic book arc.
Right, you have villains that that like feel a bit more fleshed out. They feel a bit, like there's more stakes to the movie, even though it's clear that they're leading up to a real big bad. Even in the worst, I think the worst Marvel villain so far is probably the Dark Elf dude.
I think that was just more... Really, the Dark World wasn't even about a villain. It was more about another Infinity Stone being unearthed.
Yeah, it was sort of that way.
Malekith was kind of... He was kind of... What's the word? What's the phrase? Fucking...
He was just sort of there.
He was cannon fodder, pretty much. He's like, oh, yeah, Thor needs a fucking baddie. So, I mean, here's the real story we want, but, here's
no, almost had it. So it's sort of the same thing. Like, that's what Steppenwolf feels to me. Sort of cookie-cutter villain, not really, whatever. That was some of the thing that I thought. That the stakes, well, it was sort of, the world could end stakes. Like, to me, the world machines, or whatever the fuck they were called in Man of Steel. No, Man of Steel.
Oh, that.
Those felt like that. Those stakes felt real, as opposed to this, like, we're in some random town in middle of nowhere Russia where there's, basically no stakes. Like, there's a village full of a couple of people. So that sucks for those people, but
they didn't explain the mother boxes, or they didn't show the power of the mother boxes enough.
Maybe that's what it was. Like,
I mean, they kind of did in the flashback scene, which is where the only scene you see Green Lanterns.
Were there two? I only recall seeing one.
There was like a whole team of them.
Oh, okay. I recall seeing the one Green Lantern.
Like, the Greek gods and shit.
Yeah.
Like Zeus and whatnot, which will probably lead to them being introduced.
So, unrelated but related. In Legends of Tomorrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow. In the last episode, they at the end of last season, all this time is all fucked up and
Way to go, Barry.
It's not Barry's fault this time. This is their fault completely because they've got they ended the season last year with a T-Rex walking through LA and all sorts of other displaced shit. So now
fine.
Now people are time displaced. Fuck.
That's over.
And so the last episode, Helen of Troy, was time displaced, and instead of taking her back to Troy, they brought her to, wait for it, Themyscira.
Oh man. So
so they were linking.
DC's little
they were linking. It was like a wink and a nod to Wonder Woman. Yeah. Like, not that she became Wonder Woman, but it was just really funny. It was like, Helen of Troy went to Themyscira. That's cool.
And Barry Allen saying something about fucking Bruce Wayne.
That was Arrow.
Yeah, I know. It's the same Arrowverse.
Yeah, but Arrow said it. Barry didn't say it.
I just said yes. I know. I'm not disputing who said it.
So I know Ezra Miller has been hailed as one of the better parts of the movie.
They straight up just made Flash the comic relief. So
they did, and I didn't hate it, but it was also still they were trying too hard. I think with the humor. The screenwriters, but he is charming as fuck as the Flash. So I definitely totally dig Ezra Miller as being the Flash. really good.
Oh, I don't have a problem with that Flash. It's just, I don't know.
Surprisingly enough, maybe Cyborg was
And Dr.
my.
Manhattan is his dad.
That's why I recognize that guy. I was like, where did I recognize that guy from? He's no John Allen Ship, but oh, that's in. Nice shot, sir. Surprisingly enough, Cyborg was my favorite character.
I like how at the end they put "Booyah." I was like, hell yeah. Why am I glitching so hard? Why is my ping so horrible?
What did you think about Cyborg?
Wow. Wow. I just scored glitching like a motherfucker. But I thought they did good.
Like, as you said, like, the CG was all fucked up, but
It's like they put all the CG into the end fight scene and Cyborg.
but even Cyborg's CG was a bit janky, I think. When they did the close-up
really,
shots of his face, for me, there were some weird things that were going on. Like, his where his neck attaches to his torso, it was very weird animations going on there. Go! Get that!
Dude, I'm glitching like a
Got
motherfucker.
it! Oh!
Wow.
Fuck.
On my screen, that ball went in and then out. Like into the goal, hit the back of the goal.
Really?
Out. Yeah.
Fuck.
I told you I'm glitching. So I don't know if you want me defending this goal.
Use your glitch power. Ah, fuck. What was another thing that I thought about? Yeah, I think there were some scenes there where Cyborg, where like his characterization was really good. Like he did these like slight winks and nod type of things in his statement. I thought
The
it was
reason
pretty
why
good.
I know this wasn't Zack Snyder's version, because there was maybe only about 3 scenes from commercials that were actually in the movie.
The Clark Kent on the farm was whole hog from the commercial. The Barry
Like, you're talking about
Allen.
the ring that was taken out. Him running through the window, like just breaking it with one finger.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's
That
not in
was-
there.
Nothing, and then even close to the context of that shot
No.
was
Although the I'm Bruce Wayne Barry Allen intro was basically whole hog from that commercial.
yeah. I think Joss Whedon left that in. And then, what's your superpower again? I'm rich. That was funny.
That's a pretty slick fucking Mercedes concept car.
Yeah.
Wow! Unbelievable.
Wow. You're kind of on your own.
Are you glitching
Something
that
being
bad?
Downloaded. Yes.
What's your ping?
250?
Holy fuck.
220.
Holy shit. I didn't notice any other scenes besides the opening where Clark's lip was all fucked up. Did you?
Yeah, the end credit or the credit scene, the whole scene with him being awoken.
Okay, I didn't really notice. I think I noticed maybe a little bit at the end, but I didn't notice him being resurrected.
All
Part.
right, we're back to decent.
Yay! Yay!
I was going for that. Gonna get that ball.
I'm surprised that I actually got that so well.
Yeah, if you hadn't, I was about to.
You're like, you bastard!
Hit the fucking boost. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, one of my favorite
Damn
parts
it.
was when was that? I think it was when they called Batman or something. They used the original Batman theme from the movie,
Nice.
which was fucking awesome. I was like, oh yeah, the original Batman theme from the movie. Fucking 89 Batman
notice
theme. And then, well, they reconfirmed it again in the credits. And I guess they also used, so I never saw any of the original Superman movies, but they also used the Superman theme.
Yeah, I recognize that one. Like, they slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah. They didn't do the Batman theme exactly as is, but I definitely heard that, the tones of it. I was like, oh god, so good. That was one of my favorite things. So there's some nice little nods in there.
Like, anything that looked like a comic book, like it came straight out of a comic book, I'm thinking that was a Zack Snyder scene.
Yeah.
Like, Joss Whedon will do, like kind of like a homage to a comic book or whatever, and have like a cool scene looking, but it's not going to be straight out of a comic book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Joss
Zack
Whedon's
Snyder does that.
Joss Whedon's all about
Zack Snyder does that.
characterization, so Joss likes to give fucking meat to the characters, where Zack likes to make it look fucking sexy as fuck.
Yeah. Even if it is dark and macabre.
Yeah, well, hopefully
That's why
that'll be
300
ending
works so well
soon.
for him.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, Patty Jenkins used the Zack Snyder slow-mo fight scene things really, really well in Wonder Woman. There are a couple of those really badass scenes where she did some of that Zack Snyder motion. Oh, fuck. That was really glitchy.
Oh, cool. It wasn't just me.
No, it's really fucked.
What am I, the host?
Maybe.
What else?
Aquaman was fucking awesome. Like, did him really well.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is pretty much the only man alive that can make Aquaman cool. So
I would say that the only other person alive that can make Aquaman as cool would be The Rock, but Rock doesn't do long hair like Momoa, so yeah, it's basically Momoa.
we'll probably see it, or see them on the screen together at some point in time.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, we probably will.
Because Black Adam is going to be introduced
Yes.
eventually. Probably in Justice League 2.
But I guess
think they said the next Justice League movie that, next Suicide Squad movie. That's what it is.
yeah, next Suicide
Pretty
Squad
much.
movie. We talked about that. I
Next
think the
Suicide
last
Squad,
one.
Black Adam will be introduced, and I don't know if they're going to introduce Shazam or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're each going to have their own movie, and then meet up for one big movie.
What I remember hearing was that they would decide whether or not to do a Flash standalone movie based off of how good
don't.
this one was.
Like, I like Flash and everything, but do not put him in a movie by himself. Do like what they did with the Hulk and Thor Ragnarok. Have like Flash and Cyborg, or Flash and fucking some other fucking introduce Static Shock. How about that?
Oh, that would be cool.
Flash and Static Shock. Boom. There you go.
Yeah, because you need two characters with electricity in the same fucking movie.
Yep, you do. God damn it. Fucking lag.
Mark Bernard was one of the writers for Static Shock. The comics.
Well, I was gonna say they're making a Static Shock. I know they're making like another DC character, but it's not Static Shock. It's
No, I can't think of what the guy's name is either. Black Lightning, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's another CW one, but it's not tied to the other CW Arrowverse, which is fucking weird.
Not?
That's what I hear. It's not tied to that at all.
Wow.
Well done, sir.
What the hell?
I was coming up behind you just in case, but well done. Oh, just a bit outside. Oh, thank you.
Sorry, we're sorry. We're sorry. There's a lot more humor in Justice League than I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely more humor than I was expecting, but...
And I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the reshoots.
I would say some of the Bruce Wayne, some of the non-Flash humor was definitely to the reshoots. Because I think the Flash humor was generally there to begin with.
Either Ben Affleck had some Botox done between the filming and the reshoots, or he had CG done on his face as well for the reshoots. His face looked fake as fuck.
When he shaved?
Alfred. Yeah, when he shaved.
Yeah, when he shaved, I thought that was a little strange too. Like it was baby Fleck for a second there. It was like, holy shit.
But no, then his face looked weird. Like
yeah, it did look weird.
Like baby Ben Affleck, it looked like either Botox or CGI to make him look younger, which I don't understand. He's not supposed to be younger.
No, he's not supposed to be younger, and that's something that really bugs me about some of the I think more the casting than anything. Like Jeremy Irons, good fucking guy, really good Alfred, older or younger than fucking Bruce Wayne apparently. Like I don't care how much you put glasses on him or you put him in the German Polizei sweater. He still fucking looks younger than Affleck. And I think he is, isn't he?
No.
What was that? I forget what that was, where like somebody played somebody else's dad and they were actually 2 years younger.
I know what you're talking about.
But it struck me on the scene where they're leaving to go face Steppenwolf for the final battle, and they're standing on the platform, and the plane takes off, and Jeremy Irons is still on the platform in the middle of the lake, and I'm like, if he looks that old, like how old is fucking Alfred in this movie? Because he seems to me like he's about the same age as fucking Bruce Wayne.
No, just good genetics.
Yeah, I know he's in good shape and stuff, but that was just something I was like, odd. But I think we got a little bit spoiled from the original Alfred Pennyworth, looking so fucking old and frail, especially in the later years. But still did good, so I can't complain too much. I mean, Jeremy Irons looks to be about the same age as Alfred in Gotham.
You're stretching it a little bit now.
Okay, maybe I am. Just a little bit. But.
Maybe that Alfred is the same age as Ben Affleck, or as Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck,
maybe.
Bruce Wayne.
Maybe.
I don't even want to talk about Gotham. He looks like he's 15. How are you making him Batman already?
I've watched the first 2 seasons, but beyond that I haven't watched.
And I guess they've already recasted Poison Ivy again.
Yeah, 3rd time. Just keep aging her up.
What was wrong with the girl that they had right now?
What was wrong with the girl that they had at the beginning?
Well, that girl was like 12, and then they aged Poison Ivy up to like 18. Now apparently they want to make her like 30. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
They got they're getting the chick that played Golden Glider on Flash.
Oh yeah, that's where I recognize her. That's where I recognize her.
Whatever the fuck her name is. Fucking Wentworth's
Snart's
sister.
Yeah, Snart's sister.
Yeah. At least she doesn't talk like him.
They should have named her Lily so that she could have been the Gilded Lily.
Oh god.
Oh, but Wentworth Miller's not going to be in anymore. He's officially done as being Leonard Snart.
Well, yeah, they killed off the character.
But
and
it's
they kind of brought him back, but they didn't bring him back.
It's Legends of Tomorrow. Like, he's still alive somewhere in the timeline.
So Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh, snap. Martha! Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that
Steppenwolf
name?
just be like, no, I need to get back to Martha. My mother's name is Martha.
Why'd you say that name?
And both him and Superman are just like, no, we're not falling for that one. But
overall, good movie. I think I look forward to them making more.
I want to see the Zack Snyder version, even if it's not even complete.
Oh, we forgot one last thing we talked about in the credit scenes.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. They had Superman and Flash do their little race.
Racing, and if Flash lost, he had to buy everybody brunch.
Like, what is brunch? Like
stand alone for an hour till lunch. I love brunch. Fuck off, Flash. And then the after sequence scene, Deadpool shows up.
You mean
that was the first thing I thought when it's like, there's a guy standing on a boat and it's too dark to tell who it is, but he's got the crossed swords on his back, just like Deadpool. And I'm like, Deadpool? And I was like, oh yeah, Deathstroke.
Joe Magliano is perfect casting for
God, yeah.
Slade Wilson.
But old man Slade Wilson? Holy shit.
Well, I mean, that's accurate.
I guess I'm a little spoiled from not so old man Slade Wilson on Arrow.
Manu Bennett?
Yep.
Crixus? But even then, he's still old.
Yeah, he's older, but he's not like white-haired Santa Deathstroke.
But that's how Slade Wilson is. Even in the comics.
Later on in the comics, right? Like, not always.
I'm willing to bet Ron Perlman's Deathstroke was old.
Ron Perlman Deathstroke.
He was the voice in Teen Titans.
Oh. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, I got a crate that I'm never gonna open.
Me too.
So yeah,
But,
Deathstroke shows up and Lex is on the boat. And he's not all fucking manic Lex, which is a good fucking turn, finally.
Yeah, they're gonna start their own Dark Justice League. Where justice is best served cold.
Well, they're forming a baseball team. A women's baseball team. An evil women's baseball team.
I'm just curious how they're going to do that and Darkseid. Like, they're like, oh, we were going to do Darkseid, but now we're going to kind of push him off like we did Thanos.
It's just going to be a Sinister Six thing all over again. Like, they're going to do the next couple movies and they're just going to reboot it. And be like, oh, never mind. Sight!
Fight! Gotcha, bitch.
Hey.
Nice!
I don't think I've won on this map in a few months. But, yeah.
Yeah, give it a view.
Hmm?
Give it a view, for sure. Check it out. Let us know what you thought.
Tell us if you agree, or, you know, if we're just full of shite.
Just let us know that you watched it, or listened to us for like a minute.
Yeah, I mean...
Please tell us we're not
trying
talking to ourselves.
I mean, we already kind of do that, but... You know.
Yeah, it's not like we really care. I mean, we'd be talking over each other regardless, so... Have you, going on to a new topic, since we've got some time yet. Not so much longer while we record, but did you, start Punisher yet?
Yes, I'm on episode 3, and it is already by far the best Netflix Marvel show that they have. And it's funny too, with today's day and age, how everybody's like not really into violence. The Punisher is probably is going to be the most popular character.
I would disagree that it's the best Marvel Netflix show. It is quite good. I finished all of it. I finished all of it on Saturday. It came out Friday. I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes Friday night, and then I finished it all up on Saturday.
I started watching yesterday, but then I realized that I need to get some shit done around the house, and I want to be able to pay attention, so...
Yeah, that's a good idea. It is quite good. The Punisher's characterization is phenomenal.
John
definitely
Bernthal does an awesome job.
Yeah.
My favorite's still Thomas Jane. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna have to lean more Bernthal, actually. Thomas Jane is fantastic, but...
Dude, I'll even admit, like, he does a better Punisher, but Thomas Jane's still my favorite one. Don't ask me why, I don't know why. It just is. I don't know.
I rewatched Punisher Warzone not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it's not as... Like, I think I watched it the first time when it was catching all of the heat for, like, shitty reviews and stuff. It's not as bad as it seemed.
I don't listen to critics anyway, so...
I've learned that lesson basically from BVS. Because when I went into BVS, I watched it, and, like, the first 10 minutes I was, like, thinking about all the things the critics said. And then I let that go and then enjoyed the movie.
Which I think a lot of people just don't do anymore.
Well, you know, it's hard for some people. Like, I cannot imagine being somebody who's a movie critic for a living watching a movie. I cannot watch a movie critically the first time.
I'd watch it the first time. I'd watch it once and then go watch it again.
Yeah, I cannot watch a movie critically the first time. It just is impossible. Like, it makes me just hate the movie-going experience. It could be the best movie in the fucking world, and if I try to watch it critically, I will be miserable.
I was in a good place about 12 years ago, and every movie I watched, I was just picking apart. I couldn't watch movies anymore.
Yeah.
And especially, like, what was it? The one movie with Johnny Depp or whatever? What was it? Panic Window or Panic Room or whatever? No.
Panic Room was Jodie Foster.
He was the writer or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were like, you'll never guess the ending. I'm like, Johnny Depp's the killer. He's like, you're gonna guess the ending. I'm like, yep.
I remember that.
Secret Window.
Secret Window. I was thinking Dark Window, but
So
I like his drive-by commentary. Like I can't even hear him. Yes.
Hey.
Like I can't even hear him, but all of a sudden, like you stop talking, and I'm assuming Ricky's there. Yeah, so we'll talk about the Punisher more, and then next time we gather around.
Well, oh, I thought you were talking about now. I'm like, well, let me finish it first. I mean, damn.
No, you should have finished by now. I gave you 3 days. I gave you 3 days. You had an entire weekend.
Yeah, an entire weekend, and I'm still trying to get my room together. I have a wardrobe now. My room's actually kind of coming together. I'm gonna put a door up tomorrow.
Congratulations! What was that?
That was I turned sideways and then did a barrel roll. You can't teach
Do
that.
a barrel roll!
You can't teach that. And then I explode.
Sure you can. Of course they can teach you that, because they teach you in Star Fox. Do a barrel roll!
Fuck you, Falco.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, I'm gonna go back to the main menu.
Alright.
Shit. Cancel. Main menu. So yeah. I think that'll be it for today. For our broadcast. For our broadcast.
Oh yeah, we're working on a logo.
That is true. It is slowly coming along because the guy doesn't really... He don't speak good English so well, I guess. I did get another... I did get another message from him today. Apparently he's got another question for it, but... So we'll see. But yeah, the logo's coming along. It should be in the next week or so. I would say we'll have the logo finished.
We'll see.
So we'll see what we do there. Yeah, we'll see. This has been a learning experience working with this site. And I tried to pick somebody that does some good work that doesn't need a whole lot of hand-holding, but this guy needs a whole lot of fucking hand-holding. It's terrible. But it's coming along, so we'll have a new logo shortly. We'll actually have 2 new logos, technically. We are the logo that we're having created is sort of a logo within a logo, which is pretty slick.
Inception, logoception.
And I think he finally has it.
Oh, Lilo, you're sitting on my phone.
I think he finally has it. I don't know, I'll send it to you shortly. But anyway, that's the opportunity assassins for this week. Why don't you close us on up?
You don't tell me what to do. You're not my supervisor.
I start the show, you end the show. Fucking do it. Just fucking do it, damn it.
God, it sucked. But yeah, if you don't want any spoilers for next time we broadcast, finish up Punisher, so I'm going to, and go see Justice League, and if you haven't, see Thor, and then we're gonna do spoiler-fic review probably on the road for The Last Jedi. So see all those so you're not uncultured swine.
Peace.